What is going on, guys, and welcome back to another video with your host, as always, KMac Time. Now today I've been playing a ton of Apex Legends lately, and I kind of thought of breaking down some of the guns for you guys, because I know it can be kind of confusing, kind of daunting, especially for new players, about what gun does what damage does what the DPS is, what DPS actually is. Those type of things are kind of confusing for newer players, and even mid-tier players like myself. It can be kind of confusing when you're jumping back between maybe playing this in Fortnite or this in PUBG or some other BRs. It's kind of hard to know what's what, especially when the game is so new. So today I kind of want to go over what my picks for my favorite guns are in each category, from pistol to sniper rifle, LMG, SMG, that type of thing. Go over my picks, what attachments to look for, and what things and strategies I try to do, and when it's a good idea to switch guns, ammo types, things like that. All kind of things important. Hopefully get you guys some information that can get you guys some more W's out there, taking home that legend squad, because this game is super addicting, and people are getting better and better at it. The meta is changing almost daily, it seems like, in terms of what's good, what's not, how to use this, how to use that, things like that. But with that out of the way, guys, let's jump right into the very first category here, and I want to talk about is pistols. Now, of course, pistols, you can find a lot of these off the jump. Becoming good with a pistol, becoming a good shot with a pistol is almost an absolute must, because it seems like the loot drops are so scarce, especially off the beginning. You'd be dropping in with nothing but a pistol, maybe a shotgun if you're lucky, a lot of times. And if you get good with the pistols, you can get a lot of early kills. Pistols that I recommend, obviously, here is the RE45 auto pistol, and this thing pretty much just rips up close. It's pretty good for close range encounters, especially if you can find an extended light mag for it. It starts out with 15 shots. I think it can go up to 220, maybe 25 with the purple extended mag. I really like this one. It takes light ammo. Light ammo is usually readily available and plentiful. But in terms of what is the best pistol and one of the better guns in the game, in my opinion, is the Wingman. Now, this is the single shot revolver type gun. It takes heavy ammo, and it does heavy damage. It does 45 damage at any range. More than that if you hit him in the head. There's a legendary version of this gun you can find that does more damage as well. And my preferred way to run this is with like a 1 to 2 times scope on it. You can upgrade its magazine to up to 12 shots with the purple mag, and of course it has the advanced headshot rifling attachment, which is a little purple attachment that adds extra headshot damage, and you can absolutely rip people with this gun. It's one of my favorites in the entire game. Moving on to the SMGs, though, a lot of people kind of pass up on or don't even consider the R99 to be a good gun. I actually like this one a lot. It's got a really high rate of fire, can do a lot of DPS. Now, if you're not sure what DPS means, it means damage per second per shot, people say. But what it means is it allows you to do more damage quickly, and in a game like Apex, where these engagements take place and there's a lot of time in between engagements, these engagements are lasting. You know, people duck out and cover, pop their shields, things like that. A gun that does more damage per second rather than like a heavier hitting gun that does more damage per shot can sometimes, or most of the time, will end up winning a firefight, because it can do more damage more quickly, and speed and pace of this game is something that's very important. But anyway, I like to run the R99 with extended mags. It goes from 18 to 30. It has, like I said, the highest rate of fire I think of any of the SMGs or any of the guns in the game, giving it a pretty decent DPS. The other SMG I like to run is the Prowler. Now, this is the burst PDW that does pretty decent damage, but it shoots heavy ammo. Now, the only reason I really run this one is because there is a piece called the switch alternator that can get you to run this thing fully automatic instead of a 5-shot burst, and it couple that with an extended mag and a stock, and this thing is pretty deadly. You can get to 30 shots in a magazine here, and you can take out a full purple shielded person with just about 3/4 of that clip. And it's a gun that I really enjoy. I don't prefer it in burst mode, so I don't really recommend it like that, but if you can find the piece that has the alternate firing mode, I recommend doing that. Also, the Alternator SMG, one of the weaker guns in the game. I would recommend staying clear of that gun completely unless it's early game and you need a gun quickly. Next up, we have these shotguns, of course, with the Peacekeeper, which is a single shot pump action like shotgun. Has 6 rounds in it, and it's pretty decent here. A lot of people use this one. I prefer the EVA auto shotgun to it, but we'll get to that in just a second. Anyway, this one has a little bit heavier damage and a longer range, especially if you can get the charge up piece for it. By that, you can hold on the left trigger. You can get a little more range. You can get a little more power on it by holding down the left trigger for a little bit. It's not a bad shotgun. It's good for a single target. Again, like I said, the rate of fire of this one is super slow, but if you're taking on one person out of a squad, it's actually a pretty good gun here. But the one that I prefer is the EVA-8 auto shotgun. It has an 8-round magazine, and it's better for taking on multiple targets. It's got 8 rounds in it. It shoots much faster. It has less range, and its pellets do less per shot. But like I said, you can put down more shots down range quickly, and it's better for taking on multiple targets. And in this game, I feel like, you know, with the heavily squad-based gameplay here, it comes so quickly that you're going to need to take on 1-2 targets most of the time. So I prefer this shotgun as my shotgun. Of course, you have the legendary Mastiff shotgun, the golden shotgun, but you don't get that one very often. I would also steer clear of the Mozambique, which is the pistol shotgun, probably the worst gun in the game. Only use that early drop, early game. I really don't care for that one either. Moving on to LMGs. Now, this is what I consider to be the best overall gun in the game, and that's just my opinion based on its damage per second, its magazine size, and its accuracy. All those things kind of put together. And I'm talking about the Spitfire here. This is the LMG that takes heavy ammo. It's got a huge magazine. It's got a lot of upgradables here. You can put a barrel upgrade, a stock upgrade, a magazine upgrade, an optic on this thing, and it is probably one of the best guns in the game, if not the best gun in the game in my opinion. It's got almost no recoil. It shoots pretty fast for being an LMG. It shoots pretty much on par with most assault rifles, and it does a similar damage to assault rifles, and it's got a much bigger magazine for spamming targets or for taking out multiple targets, so you have to reload. This is my preferred gun of all the guns in the game. Of course, there also is the Devotion, which is the one that takes energy ammo. It's also above average in terms of weapons, but it's just to keep in mind here that ammunition in this game plays a big role about what types of it you have, what types of your friends have, and how hard it is to find that ammo. Energy ammo can be hard to come by. The Devotion goes through it very, very quickly. You can find the gold supercharger tab for this. It shoots much, much faster. It really chews through people, but it's got much, much more kick than the Spitfire does. It kicks way harder. Of course, it is shooting faster, but I prefer the Spitfire over the Devotion, though the Devotion isn't an awful choice by any means either. Moving on to the sniper rifles, or the Scout series here, we of course have the G7 Scout. This is the one that shoots light ammo. This is my personal favorite, just mostly because it has the best upgrades in my opinion. You can get this thing up to 25 shots or 20 shots, I can't remember, with the purple mag. It takes light ammo, which is the most readily available of all the ammunitions in the game. So you can always seem to find ammo for this. Sometimes if you get heavy ammo, or like I said, you get the energy ammo, you can run out of ammo very quickly, and then you're just kind of screwed. So I like to pick up this one maybe with a 2 to 4 times or a 4 to 8 times scope, somewhere in there, maybe sometimes a 6 times scope. I really enjoy this gun. My preferred of the DMRs or sniper rifles. Of course, there is the Longbow as well. It has a much smaller magazine. It shoots heavier ammo. It shoots heavy ammo, and it does more damage per shot, but it has a much slower time between shots as well. Follow-up shots can be a lot harder. Again, it hits harder, so if you land that first shot headshot, it's going to be much more effective, but it is much harder to do. I like to give myself a little bit of leeway for missed shots and things like that, so I prefer the Scout. There also is the Triple Take, which is the triple barrel sniper rifle. It takes energy ammo. It shoots kind of like this fanned out kind of thing at range. It shoots out 3 different barrels, so you can get like a wider fan. So it gives you a little more accuracy in that terms, but those, like, each one of those bolts at range does a very small amount of damage. It's like 35 damage at range if you hit them with just one of them. So it's not super effective. You can get an attachment for this, a precision choke, to make those bolts stay together longer, to make it more precision-like at distance. I personally don't like this gun really at all. If you're going to use it, I would recommend using it at medium range instead of long range. It's okay at medium range, maybe even something like medium to short range, is where I would recommend this. Of course, there is the Kraber 50 cal golden sniper rifle as well. Of course, this thing is an absolute monster. It's a beast. It does 125 damage per second per shot, I should say, and 250 in the head. So you can get like a one-shot kill with that if you hit him in the head. But again, it's a legendary drop. You won't be seeing that gun all that often anyway, but if you do, definitely pick it up. It's worth your time. And finally, let's talk about the assault rifles here. There's only 3 of them as of right now. We have the Hemlock, which is the burst 3-round burst AR. It shoots heavy ammo. It has 18 rounds in it. It can get up to, I believe, 30 rounds in it with an extended mag, and its DPS is lower tier. This is probably my least favorite of the assault rifles right now. It's not to say it's terrible. It does have, like, you can stay on target very easily with this. It's got decent range with it. You can reach out and touch people with this gun pretty easily. I don't dislike it as much as I like other guns in the game, but it's not my preferred one. Then we have the VK-47 Flatline. Again, shoots heavy ammo. This one is fully automatic. It has a 20 round magazine. Start out with, I believe you can be upgraded to 30. It does 16 damage per shot to the body and 32 per shot to the head. Again, a gun that I'm not fully in love with. It's okay, especially if you upgrade it with an optic, a stock, and those type of things. It's an okay gun, but my preferred AR of choice is the R301, mostly because it shoots light ammo and it shoots the fastest of all of the ARs. Its damage is slightly lower than that of the other two, as you would expect. It does 14 to the body and 28 to the head, but it shoots faster. It does take light ammo, which is more readily available. Its magazine starts out with only 18 rounds, but it can be upgraded to, I believe, 30 as well with a purple heavy mag. If you can get that, or maybe it's 28, I can't remember. But if you can get the purple heavy mag with this and get a bigger clip with this, it's the fastest shooting of them. You can really do some work with this gun, and it's my preferred one. It's got like very little and manageable recoil. Put a barrel on this, an optic and a stock and an extended mag, and you're ready to go. This is one of the better guns in the game, in my opinion. It's not the highest damaging or anything like that, but it's for ease of use and for spammability in these fast-paced early fights. It's the gun I go to, find myself going to an awful lot, and it's my preferred assault rifle. You may have a different opinion. You may like these heavier hitting Flatline, or maybe even the burst a little bit better because they hit a little heavier, but I like to be fast, mobile. It's got a quick reload as well. I like to be fast, mobile, taking out multiple targets, things like that. In this game is huge, so that's the gun I prefer. But anyway, guys, that's just the guns that I prefer and why I prefer them. I know a lot of people out there have different reasons. So like I said, my favorite guns in the game right now are the Wingman, the revolver. Love that thing. It's so much fun to put the ascended bag on that and go through like 2 or 3 people, doing 45 damage at any range with it. It's absolutely amazing. So it rewards you for landing your shots, and it feels amazing. So that right now is my go-to gun. But like I said, those are just my opinions. They may be different for you, so use the guns that you feel comfortable with. Use the thing. But another thing, like I said, to keep in mind is ammo in this game. It's very important to keep in consideration types of ammo, how much you have, and you choose your guns accordingly, and sometimes switch out your guns accordingly. You may drop a better gun because you have more ammo for a different one, and that makes perfect sense in certain situations. But anyway, guys, that's all I have for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. You guys could drop a like on this video. It would be very much appreciated. But until next time, guys, remember that it's always KMAC time somewhere. Until then, guys, take it easy and peace out.